sometimes talking about people, praising into the sky like they have no faults, like they're the epitome of goodness and righteousness. And then they turn and speak about somebody else as if they're the epitome of evil without any redeeming qualities at all. Usually the truth is somewhere in between. You cannot be perfect, but you can present yourself at an adequate and therefore acceptable level of spiritual health. Do not offer a sacrifice that is spiritually blind, lame, sick, or deformed, because God requires a holy sacrifice, a clean vessel, one that is an acceptable offering. When your sacrifice is accepted, you need to move on to a disciple's life after the sacrifice. Move on to the exhortations of Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. The words "do not be conformed" and "be transformed" indicates a present and continuing action. This is to occur daily and hourly, part of taking up your cross daily according to Luke 9:23. Then you will be able to prove what the will of God is in your life. The word translated "prove" means to recognize as genuine, as acceptable. Romans 12:1 sacrifice. Our exhortation in 12:2 is to become better and better servants by our continuing rejection of the world's pressures to conform, and by the continuing transformation of our minds through the Word of God. Both of these make us to be better servants, servants who recognize the genuine will of God. In fact, it shares the same definition as the term transfigure. Paul states that this transformation should take place by the renewal. This is the epicenter of the person who presents his body. And a friend of mine used to refer to the prodigal son as one of God's top men. I think it's a good description. This father was such a wonderful role model. It starts for his unrestricted use. When you have done that, move on. Move on to your non-conforming life as a disciple. Transformation is not something that happens just Paul